Right, there's the January of, actually, let me start it correctly. It is Friday, January 13th. Amwai, how do you say dates? What is the correct order? It is the Friday, it is the 13th of January, yes, on this Friday. That's the one. Welcome to the morning drift. Yes, we're still on the first week of the first weekend. No, actually, the second weekend of this year. January is just coming in just a couple of hours to come. So welcome to the weekend right here on the morning drift. My name is Simba Kiage. I'm not alone. I've got two other gentlemen. Amwai, of course. Amwai, what's up, man?
I'm doing good, thank you. How are you? Good morning.
So the order of dates, it's something is a lesson that I missed in school. You're supposed to say it's the 13th of January, isn't it?
It is the 13th of January, 2023.
Ah, that's the order. Yeah? Anyway, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing okay. This is Tuesday for me and Friday for you.
We don't feel for you, Amwai. We don't feel for you.
Thank you.
We don't feel for you. And by the way, I want to introduce to you our DJ. Since it's Kusereka Friday, we're gonna Serereka. Wow. We're not going Kusereka, we're going to Serereka the entire time. Officially, let him do it the way he does it best. DJ, introduce yourself, man. Hivyo tu nilikuwa nadhani unasema Pulo, I'm CJ Max 254. I thought it was going to go like that.
Okay,
yeah?
Okay, DJs, we talk through music, so say let's talk more music, eh?
Yeah. Wait, DJs are not supposed to be hype men. Completely different.
Yeah, sure. That's why these days we have a DJ and a hype man always on a set.
Okay. Now, Z-Max. Ni hivyo mimi nishapply hiyo kazi, ni kwa hype man wako sasa. Hapo where you going this weekend? Ndio nikufuata hapo, ni kwa hype man.
This weekend I just have a gig today.
Yeah.
And tomorrow as we watch the big derby, the English derby, that is Manchester United versus
Do you support una kamza manyu?
Yeah, I'm a Manchester
Guy,
United.
nilikuwa tunajua mnawekwa bao 6 mtungi.
Sahi watu wanalia ni watu wa Chelsea. Sahi watu wa Chelsea ndio wanaumia, watu wa Man U sahi ndio tuna celebrate sasa.
Yeah.
Hata ligi tunaenda nayo.
Guess what, guys? He'll be coming to you for 1 hour straight of music. Let's not make him talk so much. Juu amesema ma-DJ wanaongea tu kwa ngoma. Guess what? All the way from 9 to 10, I'll be coming to you so that you celebrate together. All right, Amwai, a lot happening in the country. President is going to Kisumu. Yeah,
and I think we'll be talking about that in detail.
So
he's going to Kisumu. This is a region that has been considered, and to some extent, political pundits argue that we're going to Kisumu because we want to know we are eyeing 2027. So this is, block we want to, by the time elections in 2027, at least we've already gotten their support to some extent. And also, he's going with quite a number of things that he has promised the people of Kisumu, reviving different sectors, launching projects here and there. So yeah, by the time he's done with that 2-day tour, I don't know. He expects that maybe the region will be so welcoming to him because he's had quite a different kind of history with that particular region. You remember during the campaigns, he went there and there's a little bit of stones here and there. This is the second trip that he'll actually be making to the Nyanda region. The first one having been in October last year, just after he was sworn in and things like that. So yeah, so I don't know. There's so much to look at and also expect from this particular trip, and also just the reception itself, because we've seen billboards being erected on the roads just welcoming the president to Kisumu ever since he decided to choose his cabinet.
Oh, so talking about billboards, do you think it's important that we do that, Amwai?
I think
saw Governor Sakaja, the deputy, put on a billboard welcoming Nairobians back to the city. What about those who never left?
So I heard that he said the money that was used to erect that billboard was his personal money.
Come on. How can we prove that?
That is beside the point, though. Listen, I don't know why it is so important to do this.
Yeah, me
but
too.
I know it's to some extent it is a political message that these politicians want to send.
Yeah.
just, that it is a new dawn and things like that. This is exactly what we want to do at this particular moment. But I don't think it is necessary for us to,
point, isn't it?
Yeah,
I mean, we
definitely.
know.
We don't need to be told by the governor on a billboard that thank you for, going to Sharks and coming back.
Buana.
Were those billboards erected on all the roads, just coming to Nairobi or from Machakos?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Was
it just along,
See, I just don't get it. So you want to tell me that the county government of Kisumu couldn't have appropriated the 60,000 shillings that they've used to erect that billboard properly? Yeah? Maybe buy lunch for street kids or something like that? You want to tell me that that's the best 60,000 bob that we could use? Anyway, yeah, we do expect him in Kisumu, yeah, in that steady tour. We'll be following him while he's at Kisumu and reporting every movement that your president, our president, and therefore to that effect makes across the country right here on Lookuptv. Remember, we are live across our social media platforms at Lookuptv. I am at Kiage Simba. Amwai, where you at?
Brian, we haven't changed and put article D there.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm telling you that. Zima.
Be patient, Simba. Come on. These things take time.
Okay. Yeah, and make sure you're done.
Changing an identity is not that easy.
Yeah. DJ, uko wapi ndio watu wakufuate bwana? DJ amesahau mic bwana. Unajua?
It is ZJ_254 everywhere, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, all social media platforms. ZJ_254.
Habari ndio hiyo. Guess what? We'll be coming to you from 9 to 10. For now, we take a tiny breather right here on The Morning Drift. Once we come back, Amwai, Brian and I will be taking you straight to your dailies this morning so that we get to see what it is that you are waking up to. Welcome back to The Morning Drift. My name is Simba Kiage. Again, in case you're just joining us, we are live across our social media platforms at Lookuptv, across all of them. I am with Amwai Brand at this time. Let's therefore cross onto your dailies this morning, see what is getting headline there. Amwai, you do have the standard. What are they talking about?
I want to look at the standards.
Yeah.
The headline here is Cash is King as mobile money fees inflicit pay. Now, a court has given Kenyans a reprieve after it temporarily stopped the increase in mobile money transfer charges, easing the blow on customers already reeling from the harsh economic conditions. Even others sought refuge in dealing in cash to avoid multiple transaction fees. Now, this is a 6 and 7 of this standard. Also, something else that has been given priority here on this particular newspaper, it is that emotions run high as family friends eulogize Kasavule, and you see the media veteran, we say the veteran journalist, something like that. So she was eulogized yesterday as a request on her in her honor, just have people celebrate the way she was alive and all that and everything that she did.
Pretty much. I beg we look at the Daily Nation before we come back to you on the Standard shortly again. Let's see exactly what the Daily Nation is talking about this morning as well. Again, it's talking about Raila, who's changing tune ahead of Ruto. That's the headline here. And let me just give you the kicker. They're talking about in what appears like a decision to put the 2022 election behind him. One Kenya chief has advised leaders from Homa Bay and Siaya to welcome the president to their counties and engage him on development matters. The head of state's visit to Nyanza today promises to be different from the October one when elected leaders gave him a cold shoulder. You want to read that story? Go all the way to page 4 of the Daily Nation, and indeed we do know the kind of visit that the president did get when he was still a party candidate back in October. Now we can see exactly what that is going to be essentially when he goes back. On the sideline of that, we do have also the Daily Nation really eulogizing Catherine Kiza Kasafuli, right there. Also, read into the headline of how tributes poured in for Kenyans TV darling. That's a headline right there. Also on page 7, by the way, if you really want to talk about what is being covered there now the Daily Nation is looking into how the probe of Assad's killing. We do have Raleigh Star magazine under probe for murder. Read that story on page 10 of the Daily Nation. That's exactly what the Daily Nation is talking about this morning. And if you really want to go deeper, then we do have also the probe into the murder case of Jackton Odhiambo, who's the prime suspect in the Edwin Kiprotich. Police were right there at the home for investigating what is alleged to be the murder scene for Chiloba. Read that story on page 3 of the Daily Nation. Amwai, we believe we have you back.
All right,
can we talk about the Standard?
I believe some of the topics that are actually on the Standard is you've touched on them on the Daily Nation, and this has also to do with Ruto to storm Raila's backyard, and also something here I believe is important. It's the tea farmers to get early bonus for their crop deliveries after Agriculture CS Mythical Inturi announced the release of 5.5 billion. This is a story on page 5 of the Standard. Something else here also that is being given priority from the counties. Woman now refuses DNA test. Now, a widow seeking to inherit a share of 200 million estate has declined to take DNA test to prove that she sired a son with the late tycoon. Listen.
Is that what you say? Where? That story deserves a
word. Did you see something that was trending just the other day? There's, 800 DNA kit that you can actually do it at home.
Actually, Amwai.
Yeah.
Now, let me give you the details of the entire process of the DNA. I'm not saying that I've done it, Amwai. Amwai, let's just be clear.
Yeah.
It's a public interest story, isn't it? And I sort of got to do some research on it. I spoke to a couple of doctors, and they told me exactly what is supposed to be done.
Okay.
Yes, you can get it for as low as 800 shillings or even 750 shillings. There's some chemists that will allow you to bargain, and you can get it for negative 50 from the retail price, which is the 800 shillings. But once you get it, Amwai, all right, once you put your saliva on it, yeah, the swipe, you got to take it back to the hospital.
Oh.
Yeah, and pay 15,000 shillings, right, for the results then to come out. That is the entire part of the story that did not come out.
Oh, so it's not that I just have to take the kit and I'll find out in the house or something.
By the way, it's been that cheap. Yeah, to get the kit, it's been that cheap. Yeah, it's only that this time around, they've just been placed in hospitals, yeah? But now, even and can I tell you why now you can get access to them in your home?
Okay.
Some people just refuse completely to go to the hospital, like this woman now, to do the DNA test, isn't it? Now, for you now, I'm saying, Amwai, if you are the family, isn't it, when probably they're sleeping or they're handling utensils or they brush their teeth, you can take that toothbrush, run it on the kid, and then rush to hospital with it, you know?
Let me ask you, will you do that?
Of course, yeah. Why not? And then later go to court and say, we do actually have her DNA results. She's not part of this family.
Okay.
So that's how it is. That's why now you can get it at home. Because the complexities of doing DNA is essentially this kind of story, where somebody says, no, I'm the son of so-and-so, I'm the mother of so-and-so, but then they refuse to blatantly go for DNA.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then I think people got it wrong, though.
Yeah,
if at all they thought that you probably take it to the house and have the test done, and so you have the results there.
Or the
because some people are like, okay, don't try this at home. A lot of families are, they're not going to function. And I had the government say, warning Kenyans in regards to that, say, you don't do that, because a lot of people would have done it, Simba.
They would have done.
I believe a lot of people thought of doing it.
Yeah.
Especially if you're looking at some kid that you are raising in the house and you're like, I don't think you have my ears and eyes, so...
Right?
But there's no way of confirming, because the mother is always the person that is right. She knows exactly who the father is. So akikwambia ni wako, ni wako.
Oof. We leave it there?
All right, I think those are some of the stories that are making
say,
headlines here on the Standard.
some people will say we are not experienced. Talk about this story. But Amwai, listen. I gotta ask you this question.
Ask.
You know how you get talking about a topic? Oh, let me just, since we have DJ here with us, you know, you listen to a song. DJ, remember Mike, I gotta get your opinion on this just before we cross over. Unasikiza ngoma, na yenyewe hiyo ngoma ni mbaya. But then when you say it's bad, like this DNA kids that we're talking about here, mtu anakuuliza wewe yako iko wapi? Do you think that's a better response? Wewe swimbe tusikie yako iko aje? Is that a better response? Like what we're talking about here, tunaongea mambo ya DNA and then mtu akuja kuambia, wewe nyinyi hamna watoto na mko hapa mnaongea historia ya DNA. So pate mtoto alafu ndio
It doesn't mean the fact that you don't have a kid. You're not supposed to talk about it.
Right.
You are the one who is next in line.
That's what I'm
you
saying.
Just get prepared before your time comes.
Come on. I am allowed to have an opinion. Just because I don't have one doesn't mean that I don't know how they are raised, because I think I have participated in that kind of debate. Yeah.
wewe pata mtoto ndio stories za DNA bwana. Anyway, Amwai, can we clear or you still have one more story before we go to what's trending this morning?
Okay, so something else here. This has something to do with international.
Yeah.
Now, Uganda declares end of Ebola scare. On Wednesday, the country of Uganda said that Ebola Sudan virus outbreak in the country has ended after no new case was reported in 42 days. Now, that is a story on page 30 of the Standard. And on the sports page, Osaka says she is pregnant. Now, four-time Grand Slam champion Naomi Osaka has announced she is pregnant. She withdrew from the Australian Open earlier this week. That is a story on page 40 of the Standard. You can get a copy of that. And, you know, read that particular story and more on this particular newspaper. Yep.
Pretty much.
Simba.
At this time, then, let's take a tiny breather again right here on the Morning Drift. Once we come back, we'll take you to what is trending this morning. Welcome back to the Morning Drift. At this time, let's cross over then to our social center this morning and get to see exactly what it is that you're talking about online. I'd like us to read this first tweet together, because that's exactly what Kenyans are talking about the entirety of this morning, even from yesterday. All right, let's jump into it together. This is the Association of Media Women in Kenya, Amwai, saying a legend has rested. TV queen, as many of us called her, leaves behind a rich legacy in the media industry. The girl from Zululu had a heart of gold and was an inspiration to all women who looked up to her. Your memories will live on. Go well, Catherine Kasavali. This coming from her requiem mass yesterday ahead of a burial. Any memory that you have of Catherine Kasavali? Of course, I know you do. Yeah?
You are asking me if I have any memories of Catherine Kasavali?
Mia.
Well, I do, I'll say that, but I wasn't much of a follower. I don't think I paid so much attention to Kasavali until she was at Citizen, I remember then, and at KTN, but I think I paid more attention when she was at KBC. Recently. But not much of a follower that will say, by the way, I used to look up to some of the things she used to do and things like that. I wouldn't say that. But she has been eulogized as an icon and somebody who, you know, revolutionized this industry, you know, made people want to come in and things like that. Because I've had a lot of people say, though back in the days you used to watch Catherine Kasavali and you just want to be on TV and things like that. I've watched and people, you know, people that worked with her then tell the stories in regards of the kind of person she was, how they related, and they say she was a down-to-earth kind of person, she was a nice person and all that. And she will be remembered as somebody who, you know, made her mark in the broadcast media.
I'll tell you that, man. For me, it is, I caught her when she was at KTN. I won't tell you why. We never used to have a TV set. By the way, KTN was not countrywide back then. There's some areas that you will not watch KTN because KBC was the one that was countrywide. So I visited a friend of mine at their home in Nakuru, and then that was her on TV. And I will tell you, she came in for the KTN Prime, yeah. That's when I decided. Of course, I knew I was going to be a journalist. Sorry, but that's when I decided if I'm going to get to media, then I gotta do stories like this. I have to go present scripts like this. And from there, the fire has been burning throughout. And it's quite unfortunate that but once really say she was a role model, because I never watched her that much, but I would say she sort of gave me the belief that I was in the right area. Amwai. Yes.
Plus the kind of, I think the kind of person she was and just how she's being remembered, the kind of journalist she was is totally different from what we see nowadays. Okay, I know if we get into this particular subject, we're going to be having a lot of debate on exactly what we do today and what used to happen before. But, you know, let's not get so much into that. But I believe how she carried herself was actually, you know, quite proper, if you may. Yeah.
Pretty much. May her soul rest in peace, I will tell you. All right. On that note, let's cross over to the next one, and this pertains the president's visit to Nyanza region, isn't it? Now, this is what Babu Wino is talking about. Now, President Ruto's visit to Nyanza must focus, and he says only in capital letters, development, all right? Kikome in Kisumu and coffee factories in Kisii County must be revived. Fish factories must be set up in Homa Bay County and Kisumu counties. Chemelil, Muhoroni, Sony sugar factories must be revived. Amwai?
Yes.
Is on point, though.
Yeah, he is on point.
Because, is on point, isn't it?
But this is what we normally say. He's the president. Yeah, we know politics is going to take center stage. This is, you know, it's not just on matters development alone. He's trying to get something out of that too. Yeah. He's eyeing something different. He's eyeing, you know, that region's, you know, backing when it comes to future elections and all that. So him going back there to say, by the way, this is exactly what you're going to be focusing on in regards to development and all that. So these are the things that Babu Owino and the people of Nyanza want the president to focus on. And yes, he might actually do that because we know his itinerary actually captures some of the things that he's going to do in regards to what he's going to launch, which sectors he plans to revive and things like that, because he did promise that when he visited the last time.
Yes.
That is the thing. Also, politics is going to take center stage to some extent because we've seen he doesn't have that much support from that particular region. So why would he go at this particular time to, you know, try and entice the region? Yes, it is development, but it is well calculated. That's what we look at.
Yes.
So what is the, you know, end price? What exactly are you looking to achieve at the end of it all? So, yeah. You might want not to touch on politics, but you will touch on politics.
Of course, definitely, isn't that why? And we've seen exactly how the voting patterns have been, especially in that region, isn't it? If you look at this headline here on the Daily Nation, where Raila is urging leaders in the Nyanza region, isn't it, to welcome the president and accord him the cooperation and respect that he deserves. But is it changing tact, or is it just recognizing that the state leader is actually going to that region? So as a spokesperson per se from that region, you've got to also get your voice in.
But this is the thing. I believe to some extent, you know, he wants to be seen as someone who has allowed his people to work with whatever government is in power at the moment, because he does believe that, you know, in how we play politics in this country, and I know Simba, it is the wrong way. It's not how it's supposed to be. Development should not be segregated in terms of I decide which areas I want to develop, because we have county governments. So money from the government, from the treasury, will actually, you know, be distributed to different counties in regard how it's supposed to be distributed for them to develop their areas. But right now, most of the time we see if county governor or if an area is not in good terms with the president, there's likelihood to see less of development in those particular regions. So we're just trying to avoid this type of scenario where we say maybe he wasn't welcome in this particular region, so the residents of Nyanza do not want development per se. Because when he visited the last time, and some of the leaders from that particular region, I remember the governor of Homa Bay, that is Gladys Wanga, had traveled to Mombasa or something like that.
Yes.
Area member of parliament, Peter Kaluma, said I was not invited and things like that. And people started bashing them, telling them, by the way, the president is not losing. The people of Nyanza are losing when you do not do this. So when the president decides that he's not going to bring development in your regions, what are you going to tell the people? So you are wasting your people. And I believe this particular time, that is not the kind of feedback that they want. That is not the kind of retribution that they actually do want at this particular time. So you are going to welcome the president and allow him. And I believe this time round, probably they've been welcomed and given official notice that I'm coming to your region, so kindly be kind to me and things like that.
On our note, Amwai, let's take a tiny breather right here on the morning drift. Remember, it's Kuserereka Friday. Once we come back, I'll be taking you straight to the newsroom where we'll be going through the biggest headlines that will keep your Friday moving today.
Do you need a dose of hope? If so, you are in the right place. We think of ourselves around here as hope dealers, delivering truth, power, and inspiration to hearts and minds all over the world. If nothing else has worked for you, why not give the God thing a try? For it's in the presence of God that you'll find everything that you need. Amen.
Vera Beauty and Fashion College is focused on being the leading technical and vocational training institute in the region. Our team possesses in-depth knowledge and extensive experience in the industry, offering thorough training in cosmetology, hairdressing, interior design, creative arts, training of trainers, nail technology, and fashion design. With branches in Nairobi, Thika, Meru, Eldoret, and now in Mombasa, our courses ensure that learners are completely equipped with knowledge, competency, and employability skills. Enroll today to be a part of a center of excellence.
you need a dose of hope? If so, you are in the right place. We think of ourselves around here as hope dealers, delivering truth, power, and inspiration to hearts and minds all over the world. If nothing else has worked for you, why not give the God thing a try? For it's in the presence of God that you'll find everything that you need. Amen.
Around the year, we have seen many changes coming in. We have been able to bring new team, fresh ideas of people who can now come and bring other ideas of how things can be done. Continue supporting us. Your word to another person is what grows this company. When you refer somebody to come and invest with us, you have only built your network. When you give us your young people to come work with us, we grow them. You're also continuing to build yourself. Our dear customer, this company belongs to all of us. The success of it belongs to all of us. So keep on holding us. 2023, we are looking to do greater things. As we have said, this is the 10th handover, but we are looking at 11th, 12th, 13th, and 14th, probably by mid of this coming year. Keep on supporting us. That 10,000, that 20,000, that 1,000, 50, 100, 500,000 goes a long way to actualizing your dream. I cannot do it alone without you. And that's why I urge those probably who are behind in terms of your payment, please support us. Keep on supporting us to be able to keep on doing what is right for you. Otherwise, in this company, we believe in one thing. We believe in possibilities. I have customers who have come with only deposits. They don't know where they'll get their balances. But trusting in God, we have seen them finish paying, occupying their houses, some doing it for investments, some doing it for rentals, and making a coin at the end of the day. We also are seeing emerging business where those people who have built these houses, they are renting them for Airbnb and making good money out of it. So don't be left out. This is a place for you. We believe in you, you believe in us, and the journey becomes easy for both of us. So for us, Mahiga, we are a strong foundation of home ownership. Keep with us, be with us. God bless you as you prepare for your holidays, as you prepare to come and join us to celebrate this handover that is on 17th December 2022. And all will be well. 2023, those who have bought, make a point of investing in another one. Those who have not bought, come, start the journey. It is never easy, but at the end of the day, you celebrate and you'll not even remember of the charges of paying that came probably along the way. So with that, keep it here, keep it with us. We are your investment partner with strong foundation of home ownership. Thank you very much.
Welcome back to the Morning Briefs. My name is Simba Kiage. Let's cross over to the newsroom at this time and look at the biggest headlines that you are pushing your Friday with. Now, President William Ruto is expected to kickstart his tour of Nyanza region today, just 3 months after visiting Homa Bay County. The head of state is expected to launch different development projects, including affordable housing. Ian Kitani opens this bulletin.
After presiding over the pass-out parades for 3 consecutive days, President William Ruto is set to kickstart his tour of the Nyanza region tomorrow, where he is expected to launch various development projects. It will be just the second time in 3 months that President Ruto will be touring the region, with the local leaders being a no-show last time out.
Barabara ile ya kutoka Mbita kuja Sindo kuja Kiabuya kwenda mpaka Karungu, hiyo barabara pia nitaifuatilia ndio tuweze kuhakikisha kwamba inakamilika, si ndio? Nakumbuka pia wakati nilikuja Rangwe, tuko na barabara ya kutoka Rangwe kwenda Nyaburu, vile vile nasikia imekwama kidogo, nitaishughulikia.
If online sentiments are anything to go by, local leaders led by Homa Bay Town MP Peter Kaluma have vowed to accompany the head of state, listing his 10-point demands, including infrastructure funding and land extension for the Tom Mboya University, further urging the government to fast-track the Kabunde airstrip. According to State House spokesperson Hussein Mohamed, the president is set to launch development projects in the region, top among them infrastructural projects.
The president will launch several projects that directly impact on the lives of the people, in line with the government's bottom-up economic agenda that places premium, of course, on economic transformation, especially for those at the bottom of the economic pyramid. You will recall that the president was here in October 2022 and made several pledges. Tomorrow, he'll be returning to fulfill some of those pledges. Key among them is the launch of the first phase of the 5,000 affordable housing program for Homa Bay County. The project is expected to not only alleviate the housing deficit in the county, and by housing here we're talking about decent and affordable housing, but also significantly boost the local economy. The project will ultimately cover several towns in the county, including Oyugis, Kendu Bay, and Bita.
The tour has landed ICT Cabinet Secretary Elido Walo in trouble, with netizens who called him out for spending taxpayers' money in erecting a handful of billboards, welcoming the president to the region. As the residents wait for the head of state, the question remains, will local leaders accompany the president in his 2-day visit, or will they shy away from it? Ian Keitani, Lookuptv.
Kenya Tea Development Agency, KTDA, Thursday disbursed 5.5 billion shillings as payment to smallholder tea farmers for the December 2022 green leaf deliveries. The amount is inclusive of many bonuses for the half year ending December 31st, 2022. KTDA announced that farmers can expect to receive payment into their accounts in the next few days, depending on our respective banks' processes and timelines.
Tea farmers in the country have a reason to smile as they expect to receive a payment of their last month bonus into their account in the next few days. While addressing the media, the agricultural CS Mithika Linturi stated that the Kenya Tea Development Agency KTDA managed factories have disbanded 5.5 billion Kenyan shillings as payment to their stakeholders, tea farmers, for their December 2022 green leaf deliveries, inclusive of mini bonuses for the half year ending December 31st, 2022.
To consider making a mini bonus payment to our farmers in this month of January, so that our small-scale tea farmers are able to get some money to pay school fees, considering this is the beginning of the year and we have children going to school.
Of the amount, 2.7 billion is payment with respect to the mini bonuses for the factories whose directors passed the resolution to pay mini bonuses for their farmers, where the balance of 2.8 billion Kenyan shillings will go towards paying farmers for their December green leaf deliveries to factories.
To tell the farmers of this country that today the Kenya Tea Development Agency is releasing a sum of Kenya shillings, 5.5 billion shillings, to our tea farmers in the country, so that the beneficiaries can be able to use the same money in mitigating the bad effects or the financial constraints that they may have.
Farmers will be paid between 5 and 10 shillings as mini bonus for a kilo of green leaf deliveries to their factories for the next 6 months up to December.
That is why we are in this subsidy program to promote and increase productivity by bringing down the cost of our inputs.
CS Linturi stated that the government is committed to promoting tea farmers in the country.
Today, when this declaration is being done, is that out of the sale of our tea, there is no money that has been borrowed. Last time there was some aspect of borrowing of some money from some different banks here and there, but when you look at the arithmetics, it was necessary for that time because the farmers required to be supported. So there is no single money or coin that has been borrowed from any bank. This is money from the proceeds of the sale of tea.
Shadrach Kareria, Lookuptv.
Now on to sad news. Journalist Catherine Kasavuli was remembered or has been remembered as a mentor, a humble and respectful person who dedicated her life to serving people. Friends, colleagues and relatives converged at Friends International Church along Gong Road in Nairobi Thursday, January 12th, to pay their final respects. The final interment for the TV journalist shall be held on Saturday.
Catherine, mimi napenda nyama sana. Nikikula mboga sisikii vizuri. Lakini, hello Mr. Amos, you are there. Mlembe, the mother was my boss. Mboga sikuli. Lakini baba alikuwa analeta nyama siku moja, alafu Catherine ndiye alikuwa ananiombeaga nyama kutoka kwa baba yake. Na mimi nilizaliwa hivi, na nilikuwa nakaa kwa nyumba peke yangu. Nilijua jinsi ya kile nitakula.
I knew as mom, and for 40 some years of my life, we came to become best friends. One of the things that she always wanted me to do was to go into television and broadcasting. And it was, I know this is her way of telling me, utafanya tendataka, because I'm in front of TV screens and there's all kind of media, which is one of the things I always shied away from and never wanted to do. My job was always to be mom's bodyguard as I got older, and I got to understand that mommy is Catherine Kasavuli. And before, it was just the radio playing in the background, and I would hear her voice. The maid would tell her, yeah, leo alikuwa nakuongelesha kwa radio. You know, lawyers and radios, we keep mixing into this thing.
To say that she is gone, but her spirit lives on. Martin is very much like the mother. Amiable and always ready to help. And I want to thank Mama Rachel Kasavuli for raising such a great daughter of Kenya who has impacted many. And I'm saying this because if I say it later when Mama is gone, she will not hear it. I want to thank the family for the good care they took of Catherine. We used to meet with them at the hospital, and I know that the family did what they could have done.
May her soul indeed rest in peace. Now, the Director of Public Prosecutions through the State Prosecutor have been granted 14 days to complete investigations on rally driver Maxine Wahome, who is accused of fatally injuring her boyfriend Asar Khan, who passed away while receiving treatment last month in Nairobi. Ian Ketani returns with that story.
To file his returns to court on the orders which were issued by court. Your Honor, we note that the victim in this matter has since died, and the IO is no longer investigating a case of previous harm in regards to the change in circumstances. the state is requesting for more time to be able to conclude investigations. We note that we are yet to get the DNA results from the government chemist. We are also yet to receive a report from the scenes of crime to enable the DPP to make a decision as to how to proceed with this matter. We are thus praying for the court to grant us 14 more days for the IO to conclude investigations in the matter.
Made by the parties present in court, including counsel for the victim, who was not on record when this matter was mentioned last time. And it is ordered as follows. Number one, the investigating officer is given more time as requested to conclude investigations, considering that the victim hearing passed on in the course of investigations, and that he is no longer investigating a case of murder, investigating a case of grievous harm, but a case of murder. The respondent's counsel has sought a review of the...
Right, now let's move on to the next story, where the president presided over the passing out of the GSU unit at Embakasi B Training College. Speaking in that event, the president urged the recruits to offer services to all Kenyans regardless of their tribe, and cautioned politicians from misusing police officers. President Ruto also promised to fight deep-rooted corruption in the police sector.
Three days in a row, President Ruto today presided over the passing out of GSU recruits. The recruits putting out their best in a well-organized parade, and later they took the oath of service and faithfulness.
Faithfully according to law.
President Ruto urged the recruits to offer services to all Kenyans regardless of their tribe, and cautioned politicians from misusing police officers.
Mtafanya kazi vile mumekuwa trained hapa. Mutafanya kazi na polisi, munaungana na jeshi kubwa ya polisi. Karibu sasa tutakuwa na polisi 1,110. Wale mumetrain na wao hapa, wale mtafanya kazi na wao Kenya, wao ni ndugu zenu, wao ni madada zenu kuliko hata wale mumezaliwa na wao. Hiyo ndio Kenya tunataka kujenga, yenye haina mipaka ya ukabila na sehemu mtu anatoka ama dini. Mimi nataka askari wetu wa polisi wafanye kazi ya polisi, wachunge usalama, wachunge mali yetu, wachunge watoto wetu, wachunge biashara zetu. Mambo ya siasa itafanywa na wanasiasa, na nawauliza wanasiasa wote wawachane na askari wetu wa polisi.
President Ruto also promised to fight deep-rooted corruption in the police sector.
Pale kwa procurement ndio shetani wa ufisadi anaishi hapo. Mchunge hapo kwa procurement, kwa sababu hapo ndio pesa ya hawa askari itaibiwa na hawa askari hawatapata haki yao. Mimi nataka hiyo pesa yote tunaweka katika mambo ya budget ya usalama ifike kwa hawa askari, wawe na vifaa ya kutosha, na tutahakikisha kwamba kuna pesa ya kutosha ili askari hawa wawe na vifaa vyote vinavyohitajika waweze kusimamia usalama wa taifa letu la Kenya. Vijana wangu, mimi nataka niwaambie tunawapenda sana, tunawatakia heri. I pray for you.
Speaking during the event, CS Interior Kithure Kindiki said that the ministry is committed to offering training that meets challenges at hand.
We, in consultation with the command of the National Police Service and the other agencies in this sector, are working towards reviewing and updating the curricula of these institutions in this sector to ensure that they respond to the complexities of the security challenges our country is facing today.
Nairobi Governor Johnson Sakaja thanked the police service for bringing back security in Nairobi.
As the County of Nairobi, we are very proud that we've been able to partner very closely with the Inspector General of Police and the Regional Commander, Mr. Bungei, to restore order and sanity in Nairobi County.
In a consultative meeting with the UK High Commissioner to Kenya, Jane Marriott, held at the Deputy President of Rigathi Gachagwa's Harambee House, Annex in Nairobi, Thursday, the government will reboot development projects in northern and eastern Kenya in collaboration with the United Kingdom, which is set to start implementing a 3-year development project aimed at countering insecurity in a grand plan to address a range of challenges the region has faced. This project is aimed at improving education and creating social economic lives for the people. Moving on, police are investigating a case where a 29-year-old Bernard Wandeto Kabungo is alleged to have died following injuries suspected to be inflicted by police officers on 1st of January alongside his colleague after they were alleged to have stolen 2 dogs from a neighbor in Amwai area, Nairobi County. The family is now seeking for justice for their son for the mysterious death. Edwin John Mukora with that report.
According to an eyewitness who sought anonymity, on 31st December 2022, police officers from Makongeni arrested them on allegation of stealing 2 dogs.
On date first tulikuwa tumepigwa vibaya sana askari wa Makongeni.
The officers are said to have beaten them up thoroughly using guns, and upon realization that the suspects were innocent, they released them.
Tulipigwa vibaya sana. Juu tulipigwa na gun, tulipigwa na mangumi na buti. Jumia hata huku kwanzio siku my organs, my sexual organs.
Bernard's mother, Margaret Wanjiro, narrating how he fell ill on the 1st of January after complaining of severe headaches and was rushed to several hospitals before being referred to KU Referral Hospital, where he succumbed to his injuries on 7th January as he underwent treatment.
Kurudi saa 9:30 nikauliza msichana wa kazi, Bernard hajaamuka. Akaniambia bado hajaamuka. Mimi mwenyewe nikamuita tena. Akakuja pale kwa mlango. Tukaanza kuongea. Nikamuuliza mbona uko mweupe hivi? Akaniambia mimi mam, naumwa na kichwa, tulipigwa na maaskari. Tukaendelea tu kuulizana maswali. Tukuongea at more than 5 minutes wala nini? Hapana. Nikaona kijana ameanza kuangalia kama anaangalia juu. Unfortunately, akaanguka na akaconverse. Nikaita jirani yangu tulikuwa na yeye. Kamuita kuja haraka tumekibisha hospitali.
Postmortem results indicating that Bernard was hit on the head with a blunt object that caused blood clotting leading to his death. The family now seeking justice for their son and intervention of the Independent Policing Authority IPOA for the mysterious death.
Sio vizuri maisha ya binadamu kupotea sababu ya mnyama anayeitwa mbwa, na tunashtumu sana kitendo hicho chenye kwa wenye waliosika kwa maisha ya kijana kupotea. Yes, we have the DCIs who have been around here for some time now. It's 2 days ago, 2 days consecutively. That was on Monday and Wednesday and Tuesday. Na tunatumai watapata jawabu kwenye hili swala.
Edwin John Mukora, Lookuptv.
Edwin John Mukora. Lecturers at Egerton University now want the institution's Vice-Chancellor, Professor Isaac Kibwange, to resign from the position and pave the way for the new leadership led by WASU Egerton Chapter Secretary Dr. Grace Kibuwe. The Dons expressed their dissatisfaction with the management, stating that the institution is struggling to get back on its feet with a 2-year debt and no salaries. This and much more on our county wrap.
Solidarity forever.
Outside the Egerton University, lecturers assembled carrying placards that communicated their dissatisfaction with the current management in the institution. The lecturers, led by University Academic Staff Union Egerton Chapter Secretary Dr. Grace Kibuwe, the Dons stated that Kibwage and the University Council should resign after being incompetent if the institution is struggling to get back on its feet, sinking into debts and failure to pay full salaries to employees, which the management links to undercapitation.
And it is always honorable. If you try something for a given time and it does not work, you ask another person to be given a chance to try the same. So we are asking them with all humility that they should do the honorable thing. That is to leave the offices and other people can occupy them, and we see how we can solve this problem of Egerton.
In the same county, residents of Mbaruk are calling on the government to intervene in the insecurity situation that has persistently been experienced in the area as a result of 3 reported death cases in a span of 2 weeks.
Usalama kabisa kabisa wa maneno hiyo ikipelekwa kwa chifu hana haja na hiyo maneno, hataki kabisa kusikia hiyo maneno ati inaongelelewa ya hiyo kilabu, hataki kabisa. Huyo kwanza ndiye anapinga kabisa.
Hatua ya pombe ichukuliwe, mambo ya ulevi ichukuliwe, ili atangailao tuweze kupata watoto wetu wa kesho.
Bangi, ukienda hapa Baruku ufike saa 1 unashikwa singo, kile uliko nacho unatolewa hapo, unaenda. Haya, ukienda kama ni hii vijana wakienda pale kwamba wanapigwa, hata wengine wamepigwa hapa, lakini hawaongei juu. Ukiongea we kesho utaona.
Salama na mtoto wangu, hata niko na stress, hata sijui nisaidiwe haki. Juu mtoto wangu amekufa kifo ya kuuliwa. Hakuna hatua imechukuliwa juu hata kwanza walitoroka.
In Nyahururu, Laikipia County, residents are calling on the county government's intervention after a 57-year-old man is recuperating at the Nyahururu County and Referral Hospital after he was attacked and wounded by marauding hippos at Mangu village in the outskirts of Nyahururu in Laikipia town.
Wanatoka kwa mto na wengi wao sasa hata wamefukuzwa mahali pale chini, mahali watu wamekuja kulima, hata hatujui ni nani analima huko. Shamba yote imelimwa upande ule mwingine na tunasikianga hiyo ni mzito, hatujui ni nani analima.
Kwa hivyo tunaomba kwanza hii serikali ya Gavana Irungu ijue vile itatushughulikia, ijue vile itaangalia mwananchi wote wa Manguo, ndio at the safe side hii hipo wajue vile watafukuza.
Moses Okech, Lookuptv.
Well, that story by Moses Okech then marks the end of our morning bulletin right here on the Morning Drift. Guess what? It's a goodbye from me, but for the next 1 hour then, we do have Kusereka Friday, where you're going to join our DJ Z Max. Wait, it's going to come and take over your studios or your TV screens for the next 1 hour. Time to Kusereka right here on the Morning Drift. Goodbye. My name is Simba Kiage.